Alright, today we're going to talk about formulas, and you should have this formula page in your toolkit. It should be glued to the inside front cover. Check right now and make sure you have it. A formula is a shorthand way of writing a mathematical rule, and we use the formula by replacing the variables in each of the formulas with the corresponding parts from the picture or from the word problem given to us in the book. So now we're going to look at specific formulas and we're going to work out some problems. Alright, let's take a look at the first shape. The first shape is a square, and to find the area of a square we multiply side times side. The formula is written as area equals side times side. Alright, let's get a little more complex than that square, so let's look at the rectangle. We have perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. Well, we first need to know what the L and what the W represent. The L represents the length of the rectangle and the W represents the width. So if I tell you the length is 5 and the width is 6, we can find the perimeter. We do perimeter equals 2 times 5 plus 2 times 6. Order of operations tells us we do multiplication first. So perimeter equals 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2 times 6 is 12. We get the perimeter is 10 plus 12, which gives me 22 units. So just remember that the perimeter means the outside edge of each of the shapes, whether it is a square, a rectangle, parallelogram, or then we have a trapezoid, a triangle, a circle. Right now we're only talking about the two-dimensional shapes that are in blue, not the three-dimensional shapes. Alright, let's take a look at the third shape down. That is a parallelogram, and a parallelogram is defined by two sets of parallel sides. So we have a pair here, and then we have a pair here. And the formula is area equals base times the height. So if the base of the parallelogram is 6 and the height of the parallelogram is 4, be careful because your height is defined here by 4, not on the red side. So now we have area equals 6 times 4 gives me 24 units squared because we're talking about area. This is where it can become tricky. If I was finding the perimeter of this parallelogram, I would only use the outside edge of the parallelogram. I would not use that height line inside. The last shape I want to talk about today is the triangle, and it does not matter what our triangle looks like. It could look like this triangle, and it could be a right triangle because it has one right angle. It could be an isosceles triangle that it has two sides that are equal in length, and then our height line would have to be shown down the middle here. It will be from the peak to the base. So let's actually talk about the formula itself. So the formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. So let's draw a triangle. This is a right triangle, and its base I'm going to say is 2 centimeters, and its height is 3 centimeters. Area equals 1/2 base times height, so 1/2 of 3 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6, and half of 6 is 3. It should be centimeters squared. Let's look at this triangle. We have an isosceles triangle, 2 equal sides. Those sides are 4, the base is 2, and the height of this triangle is 3. The perimeter then of this triangle would be all the sides added up. So 2 plus 4 plus 4. 2 plus 4 gives me 6, plus another 4 gives me 10 centimeters. But let's find the area now. Area equals 1/2 base times height. The base of this triangle is 2 and the height is 3. So again, 2 times 3 is 6, and half of 6 gives me 3 centimeters squared. The key to using the formula sheet is to copy down the formula first. So match your shape with these shapes that are given, and then copy whatever formula you need, whether it is the perimeter formula, so it's shown with a capital P equals, or the area formula, capital A equals, and then once you get to the three dimensionals, you'll see volume and other measures. So the first thing then is to copy down the formula. So perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. Hopefully you're saying that's the rectangle formula, and area is length times width. So you copy down the formula, then you replace each of the variables with a value from your shape. Then you use order of operations to solve, and then the last step is to make sure you check your label.